And here is the image I created on the theme wheel. My goal was to create as much as I could in camera, so I built this foam core set with a little road that goes up the mountain on which I glued little Lego wheels. You can see that you have a light coming from the side, so that's a snoot that is mounted to an LED light that projects a little spot along the wheels. And if I follow the road, it goes to the mountain. I have a little LED bar behind that creates this gradient light. It's slightly on the warm side. And between the two mountains, you see a spot with a beauty dish in the back that has a CTO gel that will give me this warm light of the sun. And it's nicely aligned with the camera so that that circle will appear as a sun. Now that's not enough. Of course, I also need somebody to sit in the car, and here I am on the white backdrop with my son holding my scarf and throw it in the air. Okay, now that I have all my material, let's take a look how I process this image in Photoshop. And here we're in Photoshop. So the base layer is really what came right out of camera. You can see the path here, and we'll go over layer by layer. So first problem I see is the curve here is not really perfect, and that is because maybe I had an old cutter when I cut this piece of cardboard, so this piece of foam core. So first layer is here where I retouched that curve, painting a little bit of brown on the side. The second layer, we need to add myself driving this car, and that you can see here. So that is the overall image. So first I need to mask it out. So I'm going to remove that mask here, Shift, and I need to mask it out. Next, I can see that I'm a little bit too bright, so I have another layer with an adjustment curve that allows me, let me bring it higher here, that lowers a little bit the opacity, and that allows me to control how dark I am in the seat, in the car. Then I have one extra wheel here that is on the wrong side, and I'm going to mask this one out. Shift here. And now you can see that with this layer here, group 1, I've masked this wheel out. And next problem is if I'm sitting in the car, I wouldn't see the shadow here. Where is my cursor? Let me bring that slightly down in size. Here, that way we can see thing a little bit better. I have shadow coming. I should have shadow of myself coming in between the wheels. So I added the darken layer here, a little bit of darken on here, and I also, is that the layer? No, that's the layer where I add some fog. And finally, in this layer here, I'm creating the shadow of myself on the road. And finally, I found that this road here is a little bit too uniform. So I picked up a photo I had of some concrete, and I'm adding that as an overlay. You can color dodge, and that gives me just the color without affecting too much the darkness or the brightness of the road. And that allows me to add that pattern on top of the road. Okay, and that is the final image that I submitted to the Scavenger Hunt. I hope you enjoyed this behind the scene.